As you journey to your unlimited, I encourage you to dream big. Join me as I show you how. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Oneeka Williams. Welcome to the Dream Big series. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today we are going to be talking about the M in Dream Big, and the M is for motivation. Have you ever felt as if you're just wasting time, treading water? That you have a dream, a vision, but somehow it seems as if you can't get started? This reminds me of 15 years ago when I started this Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo journey. God had given me a vision. He had planted a dream in my soul. And I believed deeply that this was going to be something that was going to have impact on generations. And so I started off very slowly, a little at a time, building her world, building her family, building who she was. And because life just gets in the way, we all have really hectic lives, I relegated this to kind of the back burner. And I would do it and catch as catch can. And one day, I went to get my hair done. And even though we live in this digital age, I still wrote everything on paper. For me, there's something about this hand-brain connection that just is so powerful for me. So every single thing about Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo, who she was, what her world was, what her relationships were, what she believed in, what she enjoyed, what she ate for breakfast, who lived in the home with her. Every single thing about Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo, I wrote in a notebook. It was my prized possession. And I went to get my hair done one afternoon. I left my computer, my work computer, and my Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo notebook in the car. And when I came out of the salon, someone had broken into my car and they had stolen the Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo notebook, which was contained in my computer bag. That literally was a devastating moment for me. I felt as if the dream was snatched right up from under me. And I had a choice. I had a choice to be defeated and say, oh well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Or I had a choice to literally snatch back, reclaim that dream, and to write every single thing that I could remember about what I had written about Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo in that notebook. That theft became literally a significant motivating factor for me. It literally lit the fire under me. The threat of the loss of what I had worked for so long, what literally God had promised me, the threat of losing that was such motivation that I sat for almost an entire day and wrote every single thing that I could remember about that Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo world that I had created. And fast forward, you can see the rest is history. That started and catapulted me onto this journey of creating the Dr. Dee Dee Dynamo world. I've published 11 books so far, and it has because this driving motivation, this external motivation about the possible loss of that dream that really spurred me into action. So, what are you sitting on? What are you sitting on? What dream are you sitting on that is meant to impact the world? What blessing are you keeping in your back pocket and not releasing onto the world that is going to deprive some child, some person of some important message, some important interaction that is going to change their lives forever? Think about it. So what are some strategies to use the threat of that external motivation, the threat of that loss, to use that as motivation to be able to spur you into action? The first thing is always, we go back to just making a list. Making a list, searching deep, digging deep. What is it that you feel in your heart that you're called to do? What dream do you have that is just sitting unrealized because you have not taken that first step. And what is the possibility that you're going to lose everything if you don't shift into gear and do what you feel is actually part of your destiny in pursuing this big dream. So first start by just writing it down, writing down the dream, writing down the steps, writing down the implications that if it doesn't get out of you, what would the world lose? And then start on that journey of one step at a time, employing all of the things that we've talked about in this series to help to build towards supporting your dream. So last pearl, last key message. You have a dream that has been put on your heart, and you feel as if you're literally just treading water, wasting time because somehow life has gotten in the way. Think about the incredible loss that it will be both to you, because you will not come into the destiny and the purposes for which you were born. Think about the people whose lives you were meant to touch, who will be deprived of that blessing because you did not take it into gear. So use the external motivating factor of loss to drive you towards getting started in that dream. Not even the sky is going to be your limit. You just have to get started.